As promised, here's Craig Button to talk a little bit about the Canadian hockey story. Let's start with the Canadiens, because what a magical night in Montreal, right? Craig, Cole Caulfield, 2 goals, including the game winner. Ivan Demidov is turning into Montreal's favorite son, basically. And then you had that pregame tribute to the late Ken Dryden that was just so beautifully put together and so special. I know you have a lot of ties to Montreal, Craig. You must have really enjoyed watching the entire thing.
No, there's no question about it. I mean, the tribute to Ken Dryden on their home opener, all his teammates that were there. You think about those great teams of the 70s with Ken in the net for 6 of them. It's pretty special. And Montreal has a special place for their stars. They have a special place for the players that just embrace Montreal. And certainly we saw what Demidov did coming in last year at the end of last season. I mean, simply brilliant. I mean, he was simply brilliant last year. And this is what Demidov can do. I mean, he can pull people out of their seats, and the spotlight is not too bright for Ivan. He is so good, and they've already taken to him. And then when we think about the diminutive Cole Caulfield, all he does is perform. And there's been some great diminutive players with the Montreal Canadiens over the years. You can go back to Onrait Richard. You can go to Mats Naslund. Brendan Gallagher, who's there, they loved him. And Cole Caulfield, one of the NHL's elite goal scorers, gets the winning goal on their home opener, honoring Ken Dryden. Just a phenomenal night for the Montreal Canadiens, coming from behind to win the game. And the magic is still there. And this team has a lot more magic in their sticks and in their gloves.
And we just heard from, switching to the Leafs now, Craig, we just heard from Craig Berube after the Leafs lost to Detroit, the second straight loss that they lost to the Red Wings. And he said he needed more from William Nylander. And William Nylander responds with a 3-point night against Nashville on Tuesday. So it's safe to say, Craig, that I guess Willie got the message.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you want to frame it or whatever. You know, Craig Berube is trying to get William Nylander to do the things that make him special. All he talked about was playing inside, getting to the net, taking more shots. That is the hallmark of William Nylander. I don't think there's any better example than on this goal here, where William Nylander attacks into the middle, gets the puck back, and now it creates a rebound, and now it ends up being a goal. This to me is when William Nylander is at his best and what makes him elite. And that's all Craig Berube wants. I don't think that it was anything negative. He just said, yeah, we need more from William Nylander because there's more there. Listen, Craig Berube and William Nylander have a good relationship. Sometimes you just got to point out to the player, hey, here's what you got to do to be at your very best. And we saw that in the game versus the Nashville Predators.
Craig, I know the Rangers haven't scored in their first 3 home games to open the season, but at the end of the day, I think most Oiler fans watching that hockey game between Edmonton and New York on Tuesday night would have to say that Stuart Skinner stole the Oilers a game with his 30-save shutout performance. Would you concur?
Oh, there's no question. I mean, Stuart Skinner was the reason the Edmonton Oilers won. But he is still the elephant in the room, because last Wednesday against the Calgary Flames, he cost them 2 points. And certainly you get Stuart Skinner in that game, you get Stuart Skinner in this game, and you love the Stuart Skinner that goes into Madison Square Garden and wins a game when their team didn't play well enough to win a game. But the problem with Stuart Skinner is you don't know what Stuart Skinner you're going to get, and you don't know when you're going to get the Stuart Skinner that's good or the Stuart Skinner that's bad. That's the elephant in the room, and it's not changing. Now, people will say, oh, Stuart Skinner had a good game. You got to give him a little bit of latitude. No, I don't. I don't have to give him any latitude. He is what he is. He's an up-and-down goaltender that's in and out, good and bad. That's not changing.
Craig, I can tell you this. The Oilers are going to stay on the road in the tri-state area. They got the Islanders on Thursday. They got the New Jersey Devils on Saturday. This is Craig Button.